the 20, 10, 5, Torrey Horton back to the end zone.
28-yard play. Guess who? Body up the middle, making another move to the outside. 15, 10, end zone again.
Keeps it. Nice move by Brown. He's got space. He's got 6. 35-yard touchdown for Byron Brown. A record-setting night for the South Florida quarterback.
Down so far, a little bit of a high snap. Genty right up the middle. Genty has room. Ashton Genty, give him 6.
Second and long. Lagar tries to pin it in a row. It does. Runnels stays up. The Suns offense 4-3 wins. Incredible effort for Royals.
The G5 Hive. All G5, all the time.
Welcome to the G5 Hive Live. We are excited to bring you the G5 college football coverage you love each and every week. I am Luke, and I'm joined by my co-host, Justice. Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching us on X, please give us a follow, a like, and a retweet. And if you're listening to us in podcast form, please rate and review. And don't forget, G5 Hive merchandise store is now live. Link is in the YouTube video comments, as well as pinned on our X page.
There you go, right there. I just, matter of fact, I just put it on the bottom of the video. So it's, if you want some merch, you can go to that link below. It's on the X page, and it's now in the video comments as well.
All right, our Week 10 preview. We're going to leave Week 9 in our rearview mirrors. We're going to look forward to Week 10, our midweek games. We have New Mexico State at Florida International tomorrow or later tonight, depending on when you're listening to this, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thoughts of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really comes down to who can play quarterback for Florida International. I think for Florida International to kind of have a shot to win, Keon Jenkins is going to have to play, and he's going to have to be effective. If he can't play or he's not effective for the game, then I'm not sure that the Panthers really have a shot. He kind of makes their offense go. Their running game has not been very good all year, but Keon Jenkins can make that passing game go. With their two receivers, Dean Patterson and Eric Rivers. So I'm hopeful that Keon Jenkins is fully healthy and he's able to play. And then, as we mentioned, Brandon Nunez starting for New Mexico State. So I'm just kind of interested to see him. I don't know much about him. Heard he's a big threat. He's a big guy. He's 6'5". So I'm just kind of interested to see how Nunez plays.
All right. Louisiana at Texas State, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't love this game for Texas State. I do like that it is at home. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a huge game for the Sun Belt West. I think Louisiana is the one undefeated in the Sun Belt West. They're 3-0. Texas State's 2-1. So yeah, I'm super interested to kind of. I mean, this game probably. Well, if Texas State loses, it probably eliminates them from winning the Sun Belt West. But if Texas State wins, then you got like a log jam. I think of 4 teams or so that are 3-1, maybe 5 teams. And so it'll be a hotly contested race to kind of see who can win that Sun Belt West. Texas State is favored by 3.5. The total in this game is 58.5.
All right, Jacksonville State at Liberty, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, before I get to that one, Louisiana Tech at Sam Houston, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. This one's at Sam Houston. Sam Houston coming off an ugly win against FIU. We expect Hunter Watson to be back for the Bearcats. Again, I'm not sure if it is a raw or meow. Please, someone for Sam Houston, let me know what it is. In this one, I would anticipate him being back would be good enough to to get the win, plus being at home. Louisiana Tech has been playing a lot better with Bullock there under center. So we'll see how it goes. Bullock going under center. True Edwards has come on as of late with that move for Bullock. But what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, I think the Vegas line is Sam Houston by 10.5. That tells me Vegas expects Hunter Watson to play. Because I don't think they're a 10.5 favorite if it's announced Jace Bauer is the starting quarterback. I think they still win the game probably, but they're not a double-digit point favorite with Jace Bauer as the quarterback. So good news for the Bearcats and Hunter Watson. Total 45.5. I don't know, like it could be a little bit on the high side. I think I think if Hunter Watson's quarterback, I could see Sam Houston scoring in the 20s. I don't know that I can see Louisiana Tech scoring in the 20s. So
all right, Billy, you're in the chat. You're always in the chat. You're here every week. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Hunter Watson's gonna lead Sam Houston in rushing this week. That's my call. He's going to be their leading rusher. He's gonna run the ball as much as he can against Louisiana Tech. Let's go to Wednesday night games. We've got Jacksonville State at Liberty, Wednesday 7 p.m. Eastern. Jacksonville State been running the ball really, really well. They're 3-0 in CUSA play. You got Liberty 3-1 coming off the disappointing loss to Kennesaw State. I just like Jacksonville State in this one. I get that I get that it's at Liberty, so that, theoretically, betting wise, being at home, that means you should probably be at about a 2.5-ish if you think that's even. So you think, you get roughly that field goal for being at home. So I would expect the spread to be roughly around that 2.5, and I would take Jacksonville's points.
Yeah, it's Liberty. Liberty's favored by 2. Over under of 63.5. I'm with you. Like, to me, I'd take Jacksonville State all day. Jacksonville State has looked really, really good. And seeing what Kennesaw State did on the ground to Liberty, I'm scared to think what Jacksonville State's going to do to Liberty on the ground.
All right, Billy Tuesday keeping me accountable. I like it, Billy. All right, then we've got Kennesaw State at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky 3-0. I mean, Kennesaw State, just the Dragon Slayers. I mean, if you're undefeated, look out. Granted, Western Kentucky isn't a true undefeated, but this is at Western Kentucky. I don't know what more there is to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and take Western Kentucky in this one. Yeah. I think it's going to be hard. They're not having the hiccups that Liberty's having.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I think Western Kentucky wins this game fairly easily. The spread is Western Kentucky by 24 with an over-under of 50.5. So if that over-under happens, most of those points have to come from Western Kentucky. I don't know that Kennesaw State's going to score as many points as they did against Liberty last week against Western Kentucky, and they're certainly not built to keep up with an offense, scoring wise as Western Kentucky. So yeah, I'm with you. Western Kentucky, I think, wins this easily.
All right, Tulane at Charlotte, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to take Tulane. They're just clicking right now. They're 4-0 in the American. Charlotte's 2-2. They actually, gave Memphis a scare this last week.
I was going to say it's Halloween. Maybe we see something a little spooky happening, or it could be a frightmare for Tulane.
I mean, maybe Tulane doesn't cover, but Charlotte's gonna make it sounds like they're gonna make the switch at quarterback to I'm trying to remember Purdy. Sounds like they're gonna make that switch. So we'll see how getting a whole week of practice and everything works for him. But I still like Tulane in this one.
Tulane's favored by 16.5, over under 55.5. When I watched that Charlotte-Memphis game, I was impressed by freshman Deshaun Purdy. He's got a heck of an arm in terms of strength, man.
Yeah, he made a lot of really good good throws. I mean, made bad throws too, but
Yeah, he made freshman mistakes clearly, but he showed me something. I was impressed with his arm strength. He looked pretty good on the deep ball. I wanted the last one in particular. The end of this game was crazy. The last was it minute and a half. There was like 17 points. I want to say scored.
He was
Um,
quick.
yeah, it was crazy. The Charlotte should have won the game.
There was like 14 seconds left when they won, or when
well,
they scored or something like that.
no,
And
there was a
then
minute and a half left when they scored. The
minute and
go
a half.
ahead touch. The
I
minute and a
missed.
half left when Charlotte scored the go ahead touchdown, and like I was screaming at the TV like the running back was running it in. I'm like, no, stop, like on the 2-yard line or something. Like slow down, because there was way too much time. They were leaving for Memphis, and yeah, proved to be right. And I get it. Sometimes you don't think about those kind of things in that situation. But I think it was a minute 37 or a minute 34, something like that. They left on the clock, and it proved to be detrimental. Seth Hennigan led them down the field, hit Rock Taylor in the corner of the end zone for the winning score. But yeah, I was impressed with Deshaun Purdy.
And then nothing sweeter than a Friday night. You're done with work for the week. You get just all G5 football all night. Like no P4. It's all G5. You've got at first kickoff, 7 p.m. Eastern, Georgia State at UConn. Georgia State's going to be making their switch at quarterback. Last week we saw
Zach Gibson.
Zach Gibson come in.
I think Zach Gibson started last week. He's going to start again this week.
Right. Yeah, we saw him last week, and what we saw was Hurst got back some of those deep throws. Right? Am I misremembering? He had one throw.
He caught one touchdown, but I think Veilleux, when Veilleux's in, it's good for Hurst, and when it's not as good when Gibson's in, he doesn't have the arm strength or doesn't trust his arm as much as Veilleux. When Gibson's in there, I think he seems to kind of favor the tight end Dorian Fleming more.
Yep. And then the next game we got South Florida at Florida Atlantic at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The battle.
Who's going to start for South Florida? We don't know, right? It's going to be Byron Brown, Bryce Archie, maybe Israel Carter. I'd love to see some Israel Carter.
It should be Israel Carter, but it's not going to be.
It's going to be Bryce Archie, you think? Man, I really want to see Israel Carter. I'm kind of bummed.
But yeah, we'll see Campbell run the ball there for Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic is 0-3 in the American, but I feel like that they could get this one. I feel like this is
if Bryce Archie plays, absolutely, man, absolutely. You got to feel for Sean Atkins. They certainly not had the season he had hoped to have. That offense, just South Florida's been disappointing all year, even when Byron Brown was playing. And
then cap off the night, San Diego State at Boise State, 8 p.m. Eastern kickoff. I anticipate Boise State crushing it. Something people might not recognize if they're not following Mountain West football. San Diego State 3-4 overall, but 2-0 in the Mountain West. So you've got two undefeated teams.
Battle of two of the best running backs in the G5, Ashton Jeanty and Marquez Cooper. San Diego State played Washington State tough last week. Had a shot to win the game. Danny O'Neal is a freshman quarterback, so he makes some mistakes. They rely heavily on Marquez Cooper. So I expect to see a lot of Marquez Cooper and a lot of Ashton Jeanty in this game.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. Come back and join us next week as we discuss what happened in Week 10, as well as look forward to Week 11 of the 2024 season. And as always, we bring you up to date on all the latest news and happenings in the world of G5 college football. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're watching us on X, please give us a retweet, a like, and a follow. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please subscribe and give those 5-star ratings and reviews. Again, Justice has it if you're watching us on YouTube, the G5 Hive merch store. You can find all of our stuff there. If you want to support us, go buy some merch, support G5 Hive. Thank you all for your support. Until the next time, we are the G5 Hive.